So at the beginning of this year, I passed 10,000 subscribers. And just this past month, I paid my rent with YouTube AdSense. And that's as much clickbait as you're gonna get. So once I started making more than like $10 a month, I decided I wouldn't take a paycheck until I could actually pay my rent with YouTube. And I thought that would be kind of a cool milestone, especially after hitting 10,000 subscribers. And I thought all of this would feel more significant, which it doesn't. But I'm still stoked nonetheless. That feels sad.
So I started this channel back in like 2016, and at the time I was just making videos of Winston basically just as a puppy. And it took me till around 2020 to actually start putting ideas out there into the ether. And I was mainly focusing on like video editing tips and like camera stuff with a side of like skateboarding and dog stuff. So the video editing tips is really where I found my footing in YouTube, and it's definitely worth mentioning that I've been a video editor professionally for like the last 10 years and a freelance shooter as well. So I do have a lot of the gear and the knowledge that it takes to actually make videos. And because of that, I really leaned on like fully doing like video editing tips for somebody that was like at my caliber. So I focused then on making like digital products and assets and presets and stuff I could put online in hopes to like grow my audience pretty quickly. So today I want to look at more than just YouTube AdSense. I want to look at all the ways my channel makes money, and we'll take a look at last year's revenue as well as kind of just an overall 10K check-in of like how much my channel's made to date. So let's get started. So this might look familiar if you've done any sort of research from other channels, but this is what my revenue stream breakdown looks like. Digital products, brand deals, YouTube AdSense, and affiliate links. So affiliate linking has seemed the hardest for me to grow, in my opinion. I think because I don't make that many like product specific videos or actually have like any sort of real brand trust. I have a hard enough time getting people to actually watch my videos, much less like go to the description and look and click at the like book or website or product that I am making a video about. So definitely room to grow here, but so far I've made $132.04. And that's through Insta360 affiliate and recommending my music licensing sites. Okay, so let's dive into brand deals. So I was super lucky and fortunate to be able to right out the gate start doing brand deals. I think I did like 3 30-second ads for $300, like right when I started taking my ideas a little seriously in 2020. And ever since then, I have progressed to doing like $500 for 30-second ads and then $1,000 for a dedicated video. And at this point, I don't really do a lot of paid brand deals, but I do a lot of outreach to get free product because I think that's actually more lucrative at where I'm at in my like little tiny YouTube career here, to like kind of reach out and make videos about the products and brands that I actually like and trust in the products that I would actually use. Last year, my total for brand deals was around $1,500 and a bunch of free product, which was super sick. Like Insta360 sent me X3, which is nuts. Because if we actually look at the original video where Insta360 contacted me from, that video literally has under 1,000 views. I bring that up because the engagement on your video is way more important than I think the view count and your subscriber count in general. A quick side tangent basically off that is like those videos that I was making with Winston and skateboarding weren't necessarily high view videos, but they did get me an affiliate code and a free camera from Insta360. And then from that, I actually kept the series going, and it didn't do well, at least super well, long form. But then when I trimmed them down to Instagram Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, they all kind of went viral at one point in time. Actually, except for YouTube Shorts. That one never went viral, but TikTok and Instagram Reels definitely did. I guess my overall point here is even if your videos aren't doing super well, maybe try cutting them into short form, and you never know what could happen from there. Let's move on. Okay, let's dive into digital products. Okay, so for the back end of my digital products website thing, I use Selfie, and I think that's how you say it. It's basically aimed at digital product creators. Before that, I used Gumroad. I'm really liking Selfie. I have no complaints about it, and they have a pretty big file size limit. So even when I'm uploading like gigs and gigs for digital downloads, I have no issues. Digital products are really great because they kind of act like passive income, just like AdSense does. Like you do the product once, and then it kind of finds its own audience throughout time. But my watch time and engagement really suffered, honestly, till like last year when I stepped away from making digital products, because basically every time I would release a product, I would bank on people subscribing and hitting that video, but then they actually would only watch like 5 or 10 seconds of the video because they're just looking for the download link. So hindsight's 2020. I only know that now, but it did build my subscriber base fairly quickly. So it's worth mentioning here that most of the products that I've made are completely free, but you can choose to donate on checkout. The crazy part about this is that most of the money that I've made are on free things, which is such a weird thing to say, but let's take a look at the back end here. So this is the last year. It's been fairly consistent, I would say, but yeah, around 2K. Let's back out to the all-time. So I started the store back in 2020 when I started to look at YouTube a little bit differently and have some thoughts and feelings towards it, and thought I would try my hand at posting some videos. So to date, we've made 7K USD. We've had 422,000 visits, which is really cool. So you can see like the lifetime of my traffic here. 2023, it definitely did a little bit better. So if I scroll down to top products, this is the funny part here. So like if we come over here, this is a free product, which still blows my mind that it's made $873 and 30,000 people have downloaded it. If we bounce over to that same video, 112,000 people have actually viewed the video and it's made $60. And our engagement on the video is pretty low, I'd say 20 seconds. But when you look at, I guess, like, you can see in the first, like, 20 seconds, people are just like, oh, this is what it is. We're going to go to the link, download it, and then bounce out of it. So that's, like, kind of the trend on, I would say, like, the first 2 years of what I was doing. And just recently, I've just kind of been experimenting and switching it up. So it feels now like I'm very fresh into making YouTube videos and actually finding my voice. Okay, so if we go down this, on some things I've limited that you can't donate, but this is obviously a top download here. Super 8 has made $500. That's also free. Audio presets free. All this stuff is free until about here. I think this is a paid thing. It's made $14. So I want to share some of this backend stuff because I always get the comment when I'm talking about this stuff to other people that like, they just don't understand why I'm putting stuff out there for free, and it's basically just for like brand awareness. But also there is a kickback of people who, by the kindness of their own heart, feel like they have to donate, which is dope. And I am more than appreciative because I put work into this stuff. If you're thinking about digital products, highly recommend, and also recommend at least having some freebies that when people come to your site, they can at least download something and get into your like ecosystem, and maybe you can link that to an email newsletter or something. Let's dive into the YouTube analytics. All right, nothing like getting a 1 out of 10 on YouTube Short here, which is hilarious when you look at the views. It's just 180. And I think this is like the constant theme that I have on my channel is I actually have quite low engagement for where I think my subscribers sit. But consistently, I would say the summary on this main page here is like been pretty steady this past year. So around $100 a month is what I'm pulling in with 10K subscribers. So if we go to channel analytics, let's go to revenue and let's look at the good stuff. So let's go the last 365, which is where I pretty much made the bulk of my money because I don't really think I was a partner before that. So I've kind of only been making money 1 year. So the last 365 is the most important here. And I mean, let's just go lifetime here because you can see I wasn't making much. I think at the beginning of 2023, I became a partner and you can see I was making like cents. 30 cents, and then in 2023 I started making around like $5 a day, I'd say on average.
So this is my top performing video, obviously, these two right here. So this one obviously is like for the edit heads, the nerd heads out here. So specifically targeted to people editing a specific program and, you know, they're looking for like plugins, which is great. It almost gained me 1,000 subscribers, which is still in that edit niche. So I really think YouTube is still pushing me towards like that whole niche of like editing tutorials and not so much like short films, which is great. No complaints. So $166 for 50K views, and the revenue on that here was a CPM of 1463, which is pretty crazy, honestly. And then we bounce over here, almost 200K views, and this video is made almost $500 at 456. Pretty good engagement rate at 30%. And then if we dive over here, the CPM is pretty low at $7.41, which, yeah, it's wild. I just don't know how those things work at all. But so that's a really quick overview of my channel analytics. There's not a lot going on, so I didn't think there's a lot to cover here, but AdSense does account for a decent amount of change here. While I'm not really, like, I'm making money, but I'm not making a whole lot of money, but it might give you context to what you could be making based off my like low view count to subscriber ratio. So hopefully that gives you context. If you have any more questions, just drop them in the comments. I'll definitely answer them. Okay, and this is everything my channel has made since I started it. And the total is $9,839.25 USD. Okay, thanks for coming on this little 10K check-in. And Winston's over this, so yeah, that's all we got. Thanks for watching.